Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I did not think that I would be making a YouTube channel so soon. I know I always wanted to do it eventually, but I didn't think it would be during this quarantine, and I did not think that this would be what my first video is about. So Justin and I are positive for COVID-19. I just want to clarify first before I start this video that I did not get tested. Justin was the one who got tested, and I just wanted his results to speak for me as well because we lived together, we shared all the same symptoms. I just feel like it would have been irresponsible of me to go and get tested when, one, it was not life-threatening for me, two, there are other people dying that need care more than me, and I didn't want to take up space, I didn't want to waste anyone's time, and I just didn't want to take a test from someone who needed it more than me. So I opted to not get tested for those reasons, but I called my doctor just to confirm. I called my doctor and I was like, my fiance tested positive for COVID-19. I don't feel the need to come in, get tested, or I'm not feeling the symptoms anymore, but I wanted to see if you guys wanted me to, just in case you want to properly account for numbers. And my doctor told me that they appreciate that I don't want to come in. They think that it is a totally good way to go, and they said that I don't need to get tested to prove anything, that they're positive that I have it as well because we, like I said, lived together and had all the same symptoms. So I did not get tested, Justin did, but we got word that it's okay for his results to speak for both of us. So the structure of this video, I kind of wanted to explain my symptoms day by day because I was taking notes as it was happening, just because I wanted to make sure people had this info in case they were curious about themselves. So I'm going to go into my symptoms day over day, and then I'm going to answer some questions that y'all have left for me on my Instagram story. So I'll start by saying that I think I got COVID-19 on Saturday, March 14th on a winery tour with friends. This was before all of the whole 6 feet away, social distancing, quarantine, lockdown, all those requirements came out. So I was not disobeying anything, but I kind of was being irresponsible in the fact that I knew it was contagious and I knew that it could spread around really easily, but honestly, a lot of us did not understand the severity of it, and I kind of blame how the government was taking it. They were taking it so lightly at the time that we were kind of just like, oh, it's just like the flu. So we were not breaking any rules, I will say that. I do have some guilt in me for going on that tour. I don't want to feel too guilty because officials were not taking it seriously, so it's hard for the public to take it seriously as well. So I think I got it on that tour, and come Monday, March 16th, late afternoon, I felt a sore throat coming on. I didn't have a sore throat yet, but I started feeling this weird sensation in my throat, and I was like, oh shit, I think this is one of the symptoms, sore throat. So I felt it coming on, and everything was just starting to become hazy for me. I was on my period this week as well, and I started getting a headache, so I thought maybe that headache was from my period. I ended up getting 2 that day, which is abnormal, so I took some ibuprofen for that. And I just told myself I'll just sleep this off and see what happens the next day because maybe it's nothing, but I feel like sleeping really helps solidify for me if I'm sick or not, because how I wake up is kind of an identifier. Tuesday, March 17th, I woke up feeling super fatigued. I didn't have a high fever yet, but I felt like it was gonna come on. I just had the feeling that it was gonna hit me that day. So I was working from home on my laptop and I told my boss hey, I'm exhibiting some symptoms of the coronavirus and the fever has not hit me yet, but I feel like it's gonna hit soon, so just wanted to let you know because I might need to log off earlier than expected. What do you know? I was taking my temperature starting Tuesday morning and I was maybe at 99.4, and then by 11 a.m. my fever was at 100 point something from what I remember, and I was just too weak to work. It was hitting me fast, and I told my boss that I needed to log off, so the whole day I just was resting, and I got 2 more headaches that day. So by day 2 I had the sore throat, fever, and I was just getting crazy chills and body aches and more headaches. On Wednesday, March 18th, my fever was up to 102, almost 103. It was 102.6 to be exact. This was the worst day yet. I slept non-stop and I spent the whole day on the couch. My head felt like there was a lot of pressure, not necessarily a headache, but whenever I would like get up or move my head, like I felt that headache feeling where it's like really tight and there's a lot of pressure, so that sucked. The sore throat was gone though. I had a very minor cough, but Wednesday was just like non-stop fever and like I just felt weak. And this was also the day that Justin went to get tested because his fever reached 103.4, I think. Also, he got tested because he was feeling the shortness of breath symptom a lot more than I was. He was walking around and wheezing, and that was kind of scary, so that's kind of what qualified him to be able to get a test. I was also feeling that shortness of breath symptom at night, the Tuesday night when I was sleeping. Like, I kept waking up because I just felt like I was having shorter breaths instead of the longer, deeper ones, and I was just getting like mini anxiety attacks and just like pacing back and forth, like from the bed to the couch downstairs, and like I just could not sleep. So Thursday, March 19th comes. My fever went down a lot. It was maybe back to 99, which is what I started with. So the fever was still there, but I totally felt like I could work again, so I started working again on my laptop. I still felt out of it though, and I was kind of like slow, but yeah, I felt like almost fine to just work on Thursday, and I still had like that minor cough, but it wasn't anything persistent or dry. March 20th, Friday, I felt completely recovered. It was so weird because I just never felt like I've gotten sick so fast and then I recovered so fast. I had like no symptoms anymore. My temperature was back to normal. I didn't have a sore throat. I didn't have any headaches. I just like had a cough here and there on Friday, but I felt like totally fine, and I was like so ready to start eating food that wasn't soup back to back to back and taking medicine. Oh, by the way, I was taking ibuprofen for the first 2 days, and then the article came out that the World Health Organization recommends not taking ibuprofen, so we switched to Tylenol and Theraflu. So I was completely fine on Friday, and then we were like, yay, let's go like get food that we've been craving. So we went to In-N-Out. We got it to go on Saturday, and like we got home and we ate it, and like you could not taste like their signature beefiness, if you know what I'm talking about. We were kind of like, oh, maybe it's like, maybe it was just sitting in the car and it's like soggy or something, but In-N-Out did not taste like In-N-Out, and when that happens, you're like, what the fuck? At this point, there wasn't a lot of talk about the loss of smell / taste symptom yet, so I thought like, oh, maybe it's allergies or something. So the next day comes Sunday, March 22nd, and like I could not smell anything. I was sniffing stuff so hard, like I was sniffing like cologne, like just to like try to get a whiff of something, or like lotion, shampoo, even like cat litter, like that usually is so strong for me. I could not smell that. I couldn't smell Justin's breath. I told him to like blow in my face, and I was like sniffing his mouth. I could not smell anything, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I had so many plans to like eat good and cook good after eating so much soup, but like a loss of smell is also linked to loss of taste, because you need to smell your food in order to like get the full experience. And like it was gone, and I was like, oh my god, this sucks. And that's when I started seeing articles on Sunday night about that symptom. Sunday, it's when it started, and it's just now barely. It is, what's today? It is Saturday, March 28th, so like a whole week later that I'm just starting to get my smell and taste back. Yesterday I got sushi takeout, and I could finally enjoy like the meal. I felt like I could taste it all, but like my smell is kind of like not fully there yet. Like Guess perfume, let's try. It's like it's like super mild. Yeah, it's not, my sense of smell is not completely there, but it's coming back, and I'm glad, because it's a really weird feeling. It's not anything like you get a cold, you get a flu, and like it's like dull. Like you really can't smell or taste shit. Yeah, last week was when we experienced all the crazy symptoms, and this week we're just kind of chilling, resting. Justin's coughing still. His is more persistent cough. Mine cough is there. It's very light, but when I do cough, there's a lot of mucus. So I think my body's just trying to get rid of it, and it's like a greenish / yellow mucus. So every time I cough, I spit something out. So yeah, there's a cough, loss of smell / taste, but it is like almost completely gone. So So now that those are my symptoms, I'm gonna answer some questions that you guys have left me on my story. Is Animal Crossing fun? Yes! It is fun. What does it feel like? No visual signs, it seems. You guys, just because I look fine now, like, doesn't mean I didn't have it. Why, I don't know why I would post me like coughing and being sick and having a fever with like no makeup on. Like, what were the steps to finding and getting tested? Was it a difficult process? Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I was not the one who got tested, but Justin was. And yes, it was a difficult process. He was transferred so many times to different people and had to explain his symptoms. And honestly, I feel like one of the reasons he got tested was because he had that high of a fever and the shortness of breath symptom was more severe for him. He had to wait in the car. And they gave him a mask and he had to wait in his car to get tested. They tested for the flu, they tested for pneumonia, and when those were all coming back negative, they're like, okay, this guy qualifies for a coronavirus test. And they did like that cotton swab thing where it like goes all the way down your nose apparently. And that's like one of the things I want to talk about. We didn't get the test till like 9 days later. It's like at that point we are pretty much almost recovered and like it's just a piece of paper with info that confirms that you had it, but like it just took so long, which sucks because like I don't know, it's just like how are you supposed to take proper precautions and stuff. Like they would tell him like, oh, 4 to 5 days, and then he would call and they would be like, oh, actually 7 days, and then 7 days comes and they're like, actually it takes 10 days. So I'm like, I don't know, it just took a while. Were you taking preventative measures like washing your hands and 6 feet distance? Like I said, this event that I went to was before all of those like requirements and recommendations came out, so no, I was not. Can we go on a lunch date if we ever cross paths, sir? This is not about the coronavirus. Skip. Are you really? No, this is just all a joke. Like, people are dying. I'm just saying this for clout, guys. Are you really positive or is this for clout? Y'all are so fucking weird. Like, I can't. I'm trying not to be mean, but like, why would we why would we just make this up? Like, I just don't understand some of you. Why do you seem so happy to have it? LOL. I don't know where you're getting that I'm happy. Like, I posted a boomerang because I'm happy I look cute today. Like, I haven't been wearing makeup for almost a month now. I haven't done my hair. I did my nails. Like, I'm gonna post a boomerang for that, but I'm not happy. What's going to happen now that you are discovered positive for COVID? Hi from Italy. Hi, I hope you're okay over there. Nothing's gonna happen. The doctor said that we just should continue to self-isolate, and the time frame they gave us was 14 days from the date Justin took the test, so that was Wednesday, March 18th, which means by Wednesday, April 1st, next week, we should be able to like go out and get groceries and stuff if we need to, but that's, I mean, nothing's happening. We're just here like we've been doing. Are any friends slash family also positive? I think like the people who have also reported being sick from that winery bus tour, I don't think that they have gotten tested. It's just like honestly so difficult to get a test if you're not exhibiting like life-threatening symptoms, but I feel like we can kind of assume that a lot of people on that bus are positive. Even if they're asymptomatic, it's just safe to like not go anywhere and not spread it. Okay, a lot of people are asking me how I just feel overall about it, and I'm not surprised that we have it. Like, honestly, a lot of you might have it too. There's just like so many cases out there. Like, a lot of people probably have it and you're probably asymptomatic. My advice to everyone is just to watch out for the symptoms that we've described, especially the loss of taste slash smell, because a lot of articles are coming out that even though you don't exhibit the fever, the cough, the sore throat, like any of that, if you exhibit that, that can mean you're a carrier as well. Just be careful. That's how I'm feeling. Yeah, just be smart, because the stupidity is really jumping out in a lot of people that are still like, oh, quarantine with friends, we're gonna meet up at someone's house, haha, quarantine. No, that is not social distancing if you're going to a friend's house, like just because you're in a house. Like, where does it not connect? Those were our days with COVID-19. It is not a joke. It is real. It is the real deal. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this was informative for you. If you have any more questions that I may not have answered, feel free to leave them in the comments and I'll try to respond to anything that's not stupid. Like, are you doing this for clout? Like, no. Stay tuned for my next video, whatever that may be. Okay, bye.